The stage set for the candidates for the EU's top job, with less than a week until voters head to the polls in Europe. 6 candidates from left to right sought to win over the public on a number of contentious issues, starting with migration.
I think, first of all, every time a person dies in the Mediterranean, Europe loses a bit of its soul. So we're losing who we are, we're losing our values by not solving this problem.
I would never repeat the same mistake like the current Commission by introducing mandatory quota, which unfortunately didn't work and which unfortunately only deepened the divide between eastern part and western part of Europe.
Between the leaders of the 2 largest parties in the European Parliament, the Socialists and the centre-right, clashes over austerity in the last term.
When Antonio Costa came with plans to create more social justice, to create more jobs, to create more economic growth, and the European Commission said, go ahead, Manfred Weber said, no, punish Portugal, punish Portugal.
I have to remind everyone that in the last 5 years it was Commissioner Moscovici, a socialist, responsible for the programming on the euro question. And today it's a socialist finance minister from Portugal who is chairing this ECOFIN group, the responsible body, the euro group, the responsible body who is doing the necessary steps. So I think everybody should take over responsibility. The socialists should not attack their own policies.
With school strikers for climate gaining headlines all over Europe, the climate crisis saw candidates staking their green credentials.
We know what to do. The policy instruments, the measures that we need to take, we know them. We have them on the table. We just need to do them. And that has been a problem that, unfortunately, other groups present here have constantly voted against progress in fighting that climate crisis. And it really is a crisis.
Millions of jobs can be created. For instance, building high-speed rails in Europe to connect our cities, to make sure that people can get around, out of the planes, down to the trains.
I'm totally against pushing the problem towards taxing the weakest in society, as Macron does in France. To save the banks, we found €300 billion. We have the means to fight climate change. The leaders of the EU's governments will ultimately have the final say on who becomes European Commission President when Jean-Claude Juncker's term comes to an end this autumn. Jack Parrick, Euronews.